So today I've taken myself off to one of my favourite places to be, which is Kings Park in Perth. It's just so, just beautiful to walk through. I mean, you're just not too far away from the city itself. You're not too far away from the road, but you actually feel like you're in the middle of the outback. It's just a serene and relaxing and wonderful place to be. And I figured that I sort of stopped halfway through and sort of might just put a little video together. It's probably the one that has been brewing for a little while, because it's a topic that seems to be a recurring theme at the moment. Just keeps coming up in different ways, and it's the idea and the concept of self-love and self-worth and self-respect and self-value. And I think it's probably the central part of the whole process that I've been going through for a few years, and probably the central lesson that I've been learning and continue to learn. And when I actually stop and think about it, I think it's probably the primary lesson that's at the heart of most people's sort of challenges in life and the journeys and processes that they go through, and probably the biggest lesson that most of us need to learn and need to take on board, or at least start getting some kind of appreciation for. Because at the end of the day, I think it's when I started going through my sort of weight loss and fitness sort of journey, and started taking time out to pay attention to those aspects of my life and my lifestyle, starting putting a bit of a focus on myself. That's when other things started to shift, when other things started to change, when I started to feel empowered enough to sort of evaluate all areas of my life, and the direction that my life was going, and coming to that realization that sacrifice and martyrdom are all well and good. It seems like there's a lot of glory in that, but realistically, you're not doing anybody any favors. You're not doing yourself any favors. You become a finite resource. You become something that people, especially, I think we all have a natural tendency to want to give. I think it's there somewhere inside everybody. But you sort of just give and give and give, and don't replenish the source of that. Then ultimately you become a drained resource. You become an empty well. I mean, you just suddenly you're fully exhausted, and literally and metaphorically, and you're of absolutely no use to yourself. You're no use to anyone. You become ill. You become physically or mentally, or both. You get in a bad place. You don't feel good about yourself, and it's really because you've neglected. You've looked after everybody else and everything else, and you've paid attention to other people's problems and issues and situations, and you've not paid any attention to yourself. You flip that around, and these are like a large part of the conversations I've been having with sort of like clients and friends and fellow coaches and so on in recent times, is that you flip it around and you actually start becoming more centered on yourself. That's self-centered in a positive way, in a good way. You start looking after yourself, and you start looking after your own physical and mental well-being, and your own happiness, and connecting with the things that you feel, that just instinctively just feel like that's what you're meant to be doing, and the things that bring you joy and the things that bring you happiness. You become, rather than a finite resource, you become this infinite resource. You become this endless sort of flow of happiness and positivity, and you take on this sort of extra energy and this extra ability to actually be of service to others, and to actually to help others, if you like, to serve others, and to do that giving, but it's not giving from a place of a limited resource. You're actually just letting that gift flow through you, letting that sort of energy and strength and happiness and joy and all those kind of things just flow through you, because you look after yourself first and foremost. I mean, it's that cheesy, corny sort of cliched thing about, you know, on an aircraft they say in case of emergency, put your own oxygen mask on first and then take care of, you know, other people. And that's really what it's all about in terms of fulfillment and happiness. You get in a good place yourself, and I would suggest that most people aren't. Most people are actually coming from that place of putting other people in front of themselves, you know, sacrificing and being martyrs. You actually you know, start looking after yourself, and not only does your life improve, but there's a knock-on effect and a benefit to many more people around you. Now, that's not to say that it's without its challenges, because as soon as you start shifting in terms of the way that you live and in terms of your outlook on life, you know, you will go through processes of change, and any process of change is going to always come with you know, reaching the edges of comfort zones, stepping out of comfort zones, breaking through barriers and beliefs, and you know, causing sort of friction with people in your life, or you know, numerous situations, you know, jobs, relationships, you know, family and all that kind of stuff. But you know, you get through all those things because you sort of start coming at it from that position of you know, what is good for me, what is good for me, what is good for me, you know, what's good for me in the long term, what I actually want, and you get clear on your goals and all that kind of stuff. And overall, the net effect is that you create something far better in the world than was there before, because you personally shift out of a space of you know, feeling down on yourself and being unhappy and being negative, and however it's manifested in your life, and you know, you start connecting with something that truly inspires you and something that you're passionate about, and you know, being generally a positive asset in the world and in the lives of many more people. So as we head towards Christmas, I would give you know, this year, make your biggest Christmas present, your biggest gift that you give, a promise to yourself that in 2016 that you're gonna put a bit of focus on yourself, make a New Year's resolution if you like, that that next year you're going to start taking care of your, you know, your personal, physical, emotional, spiritual, you know, all those needs that you have. You know, start taking care of those, look after yourself, put yourself in a strong position, and then watch the world around you start to change, watch your spirits lift, and yeah, in 2016 will be an amazing year for you, and you'll start bringing so much more happiness and you know, positivity to so many more lives. So on that note, if I don't make another video before, have a great Christmas, and I'll probably make another one before the new year, but just in case I don't, have a wonderful 2016 as well. Cheers now.